How's it going, everyone? It is Jason, also known as AKA Bon Nolan, and I have a video for today. So I know it's been a while, haven't made a post a video. I've been busy. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Um, the life of a single parent, homeschooling your child. I'm going to school myself. I work on restructuring my business and just living life here in Korea. It catch up with you. But anyways, so today we're gonna do a homeschool video, but it's gonna be different. So lately, I'm in some of these Facebook groups that's around homeschooling, particularly here in Korea. And every now and then I get people who hit me up, moms hit me up asking me questions about homeschool. I felt, yeah, you know what? This would be a good way for me to create content by me responding to these questions, answering them, and also posting these videos and sharing it in my newsletter, which this video will be posted on my YouTube channel, and I will be posting it in my newsletter for the homeschoolers that I created. So that way, I get content, people get in that answer people's questions. All right, so for this video, I'm gonna read the message and then I'm gonna answer it. Hello, Jason. I just saw your post in regards to your daughter wrapping up her first year of homeschooling with Abeka. I'm a military spouse here with my husband. We're stationed at Kunsan Air Base. There are not many families here to connect with. So I was encouraged when I read your post and to hear the success that you had. Congratulations. We are firmly decided on homeschooling. Our 3-year-old daughter will be here in Korea until 2026. Would you be willing to share your experience, suggestions, and any recommendations to us on living in Korea with a daughter? Although it's been a slow process, we're learning and finding our way. Also, would you be willing to donate or sell the first grade curriculum from Becca to us? Thank you, Jason. We hope to hear back from you soon. All right. First, welcome to Korea. So actually, Kunsan Air Base, when I first got stationed here in Korea, because as you know, I'm a veteran now, but I came here while I was in the Air Force in 2013. I separated last year in 2023. I am now a veteran, and I'm here on my visa, my F visa. So I'm here now as a regular citizen in Korea. Anyway, so Kunsan Air Base, I was stationed there for my first 3 years. Typically, people stay at Kunsan for 1 year. It's Air Force Base, but I opted in and caped and stayed there from 2013 to 2016. It was an awesome experience, fun. It is fun, but Kunsan Air Base is located in Gunsan City, which is like 3 hours away from where I'm at in Pyeongtaek. But awesome city when I was down there. I didn't have no kid just yet. But while I was down there, that's actually where I met my ex-wife in Gunsan while I was stationed at Gunsan. So, anyways, good. So the lady is correct. There's not many families, mainly because Kunsan is not a family base, meaning that the infrastructure is not put in place to support families like how infrastructure is here at Osan, or better yet, Camp Humphreys, which is like 30 minutes away from that right now. They have family infrastructure in place like schools, daycares, youth centers, more like play areas, family housing on the installations. Kunsan, no. Kunsan is mainly a remote tour base, mainly an unaccompanied base. So can people bring families there? Do people bring families there? Yes, but you're not going to get the support and resources that you would like because that base was not set up for that. Now, what does that mean? For people who do bring their families there, they have to pretty much depend on the economy, essentially, or link up with other families, which that's one thing I will say about the military community, and I greatly do appreciate it, is that we come together and we will make our own groups to make up for what is not at a base, right? I know some of you might be like, well, this is military, y'all should. No, that's not how it works. We have funding, we have resources that are allocated to the base based off of the mission, and that simple as that. Funding and installations is driven by the mission of the base and what the long-term plans of that base is. So, but other than that, families, when people do bring in families to bases that are not intended to bring families, people tend to come together and create the resources, quote unquote, the institutions they need in order for the families to be supported. So there's no DOD schools, Dodea schools. I mean, I said there's no Dodea schools down there. Like I said, there's no child development center down there. You have to depend on the local economy or come up to here to Osan and get some support, which people tend to do sometimes. So now you now we did Abeka. Go back to the question. So to answer your question, your child is 3, which is good. You know, you got time. I will say that I would first start looking at the local area and see what do they have, like daycares, which you have to pay out of pocket, of course. You have daycares, see what people are in the area that is doing some type of homeschooling or whatever. Um, Luckily, the one thing I like about Korea is like activities for kids are relatively cheap compared to if we was in the states. Like for example, at 4, I put my daughter in like a math and Korean like after school program. Even though we didn't start Korean until she got to kindergarten, right? Now, before we started homeschooling, she was actually going to school on base here at Osan. So we didn't start homeschooling until first grade. So for the most part, when she was in daycare. That's when I actually started sending her to like a math class so she could start learning basic math at 4, which did tend to help out when she started going to pre-K on base. She was a little bit more ahead of her classmates in math because she started at 4. And then when we got to kindergarten, same thing. She was like in kindergarten, they were starting base 10. She already did base 10 when she was 4. So she was a little bit ahead of that because I was able to put her in that. And I was paying about like 190,000 won a month, and she could have went 5 days a week if we wanted to. But I was sending her like sometimes 2 or 3 days a week, and so 190,000 won, roughly what, $170 a month for 2 or 3 hour class. Now, um, we started homeschooling in first grade. Now, before I started the homeschooling, I was already doing my research, like how you were doing, asking around, and I was talking to people. I was researching. I talked to people who did unschool. I talked to people who just put together their own curriculums, but you also are responsible for your own transcripts. So for me, I was looking for something that is flexible, that's already come out the box. I don't have to do too much thinking. I go, okay, this is what we got, and we can rock and roll with this. Now, keep in mind, Abeka is a Christian-based academy. They create curriculums for like Christian private schools and even churches who have their own type of, I guess, school program inside their church. And they also provide homeschool kits, accredited and unaccredited. The unaccredited are parent led. The accredited ones are led by the videos. And in order to and the difference is with the unaccredited, there's no official transcript your child would get. You, as a parent, you would have to keep track of the progress. You have to annotate. Now, mind you, with the parent-led program, you will get tests. Same, so pretty much it's the same. The exam is the same exact kit you would get in the accredited curriculum. You get in the parent-led curriculum, meaning you will get like lessons that your child, if you do with your child, you also get the test pages with the test key with your child, and you just grade those. Now, with the accredited, you get the same materials, but your child has to do the videos, which are led by pre-recorded videos. Now, here's the thing. And when I was doing my research and when I came across Abeka, parents are saying that it's hard for their child to keep up with what's going on. Now, here's what I realized. Whenever I did the test, whenever I would grade the test, I would sometimes ask my daughter again the question, and she would say, well, the teacher was talking too fast in the video, which I have watched the videos. I could see that. So what that means is, as a parent, especially your homeschooling, the Abeka program, especially the accredited one, It's not really meant for you to just press play and go. You as a parent are essentially supposed to be like a coach. You're supposed to be there helping your child. If you could tell they're not getting it, then you kind of step in. Now here's a little hack that I do. Now, um, with the accredited program, the credit curriculum, you do get like this thick. I don't have it. You get this thick manual that breaks down everything for the lesson. For this day, you go for arithmetic, writing, poetry, activity time. It shows you what's going to be discussed in the video and what you need to do to help prepare your child for what's going on in the video. So if you want to try to minimize the sitting time that your child can go through while watching the videos, but at the same time they still get the lesson and probably consolidated time versus having them sit in front of the video. What you can do is this. All right, Becca, don't get mad at me. You can do the curriculum parent led as if it was the uncredited one. You could do it that way. Make sure they do everything that is shown in the video manual. You make sure they do everything, and trust me, it is. You say, okay, you got to do these pages, you got to do this seat work, read these pages, read these, do these class assignments. Like, make sure they follow that, and then let the video play. If you catch what I'm saying, you could do that, and then your child still gonna get the lesson. And then when you give them the test, you'll know if they really are picking up the material. When you give them the test, you can grade it. And in that way, they're not really being bogged down with sitting in front of this video. Instead, they're still getting more like a one-on-one with the parent, but the video is still playing so they can get the credit, and so it can be considered accredited. And then you get the official transcript. That's a little hack. Don't tell nobody I said that. I'm playing the video. But anyways, because like I said, the book tells you exactly what your child's going to do. You have all the materials. The stuff the teacher's going to say in the video, you literally can do the same thing with your child. But the only difference is with the unaccredited, you don't get the official transcript. You are responsible. And the thing is, though, you can do everything that is said in that video. You can do the exact same thing. And the difference is, one lady commented in the Facebook group, she had two sons. One of her sons did the unaccredited, and the other one did the accredited one. The school took the accredited curriculum, no questions asked. Whatever the GPA was annotated on the official transcript, they took that and they transcribed it and they transferred it over into the school. The son that didn't do the unaccredited, there was no official transcript, even though the unaccredited curriculum gives you everything you need to do. It's literally, it's like you get everything: the lesson plans, the books, the tests, everything. Here, read this, that, and the third. But because it was unaccredited, the school didn't give the other son what the GPA is. If that makes any sense. So they took some stuff, but then they kind of like lowered the GPA based off of, because they said, well, this is what you think your child is. Even though the Abeka kit, it's like, have your child read these pages, discuss this, give them this seat work for class. On this day, give them this test, grade the test with the teacher key and everything. But because it's unaccredited, the school has the discretion to take it at face value or decrease that GPA versus doing the accredited one. So they both are the same stuff pretty much. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to outside of curriculum, the socialized part, right? I will say, so my daughter, she's in Girl Scouts. I have her taking Girl Scouts. We do youth sports on base here at Osan, so she participates in youth sports. Now you in Kunsan, there's youth sports off base in Kunsan. You got to reach out and dig around and see if you can find those youth programs. Now your daughter's 3, which is a good thing. This could be, and if y'all gonna be here to 2026, you could take this as a advantage that your daughter can also learn Korean especially if she's interacting with the youth kids over there in Korea, at the youth programs and whatnot. There's taekwondo, there's like youth soccer, softball, all kinds of things. Play, get into that for your child for the social aspect. Now, even in with Girl Scouts, um, if you even want to try, if you're willing to, your daughter's not old enough yet, but then this year for Daisy, so this year the Daisy group, it's a different age group. The Girl Scout troop for your daughter, well, there's no one yet, but maybe 4, 5. No, don't worry about it. But anyways, look for like type of youth activities. But then your daughter's 3. So by the time you say 2026, if she turns 4 next year, she'll be 5. Um, I would just say yeah. Even if on the weekends you like you want to drive up to like even like a Friday or something like that. Or I know up here at Osan we have like a Osan homeschool group. They're doing activities on Fridays. Humphreys also have their own like co-op group as well. They do activities throughout the week. I would say look out, reach out to those groups, and then if you want, come up here, travel, and participate in activities with the local groups for homeschooling. Um, just if you want this idea, but yeah, I will say this. The thing that I think is good, and I think is a good thing, is that with it, if done right, your child starts developing self management skills early on, right? Which is a good thing because as adults, being able to self manage is important because you're an adult now. Nobody's gonna be responsible for what you do. But if you start learning that as a child while being supervised by your parent, that's pretty good because your parent can help correct you and help you refine that time management skills a lot better. So that's one pro that I see and I think is good, especially because, like I said, if you become an adult, time management is important. So now as a child, your child can develop as a child. That's a plus if you ask me. But yeah, let me see if I didn't ramble on. Um, I think I answered your question. If not, please comment. Please let me know. And yeah, and I'll talk to you offline about my you getting my first grade curriculum that we're finished with. Um, I don't know. I think they might change it by the time by the time your daughter gets to first grade level, they might have made some updates to that curriculum. So I don't know if you want. I can donate it to you. I don't want to like charge you. And especially because it's not no cheap. It's not no cheap kit at all. It's a big price difference. It's a big price compared to the unaccredited, but it's not cheap. But anyway, go. I don't know if you want to pay for that one because by the time your daughter gets first grade, it's gonna probably be outdated. Um, Probably, I would think because I know normally in schools they always updating books almost every year or whatever. I don't know how often Abeka updates their curriculum, but I don't know, maybe not. But there is some useful stuff, I guess. So you could probably you still probably get some value out of it. But I don't think they probably yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll talk offline about that. But yeah, hope I answered your question. If not, text, let me know, and I'll talk to you later.